popular time. Monday morning, like, see, way back there, but I was like, oh. I used to work in big, we would do it, because, you're counting your weekend bags. Not as much cash as it used to be back 30 years ago, but you're counting your bags and you can't always get it in the vault before you open. So that's when all tellers have the most money.
Oh, wow.
I was training for different positions. I was sitting down. This is before cell phones. I was supposed to go to Allisonville. And they called me and said, I'm gonna be sick, so why don't you go try? They got Allisonville that locked it. Got rolled at 9:02.
And then everybody can say.
They're almost always. I really ended the day when they're still on.
My best friend's wife, I think it was National City then, and she was robbed at either Anderson or Chesterfield.
Chesterfield really is not an easy state, and I had to pay off in Chesterfield, Key Bank, and it got robbed. But they could get on to the, they said it right there, out by the.
Hi, Jen.
I don't know how you go back to work the next day, although probably rationale, like lightning won't strike twice.
They got robbed out here. When I was in training, so they called me and Anderson and said, you start out tomorrow because the girls went about the trees, they would go out, but Libby's wouldn't. So I started out here.
Like, have to find a new career. I love your shirt. Oh, your glasses. We should have shut this show down today so we could all be at the game. We should be at the baseball game today.
Don't even rub it in.
I
'Cause that
tried.
was exactly where I want us to be. I know, so we're gonna have to caravan,
Yeah.
y'all, come on. No, I've gotta go clean up the softball girls meal when we're done here. So. I was like, y'all just leave it, I'll be back.
You have it at?
The cafeteria, they just curved their chicken and noodles and then I made desserts and did something fun for the girls.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've got another business lined up for Friday, but they gotta win tomorrow.
Well, they will.
So excited.
She saved that seat for you, Kyle.
She did.
Just a
Gonna
couple
poke
of
you the whole
old Tiger
time.
fans.
Just like it's all spinning around, yeah, we'll sit together.
Don't get.
She's touching me. My brother would give me wet willies in the back car and, oh, I don't know how my parents ever survived road trips with us. We were
And
cats
the
and
glare,
dogs.
the glare, like, if you even say a word, you're gonna get it twice.
And my mom's over there. They were beating us and-
I don't know about you guys, we were angels.
Okay.
That's not what I heard.
We were not.
No.
Oh, really?
Heard Kyle was an angel.
Oh,
I
dear God.
I think everyone is.
Not a lightning
Kyle
storm
was
here
always
coming.
asleep in the back window of the Monte Carlo.
Oh, you guys had a Monte Carlo. We had a Chevette.
What year?
Oh, like 79 or whatever. The
My
big,
brother had a 76. That thing was the bomb.
big one with the big back window. And I'd sleep up in it on a road trip.
Gosh.
I was thinking.
Yeah, they would
Tell
have
me
a,
other stories.
they would have a cow now if they saw you laying up in that window.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Well, not you.
Had a
Child.
seatbelt on it. You're right.
Hashtag survivor.
We did get some crash cars sometimes. There were 5 of us with my parents and my parents. We took turns holding Andy. We just passed him around.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
really?
Look at that.
I slept. I
Now
slept
they can't even ride on the fire truck when they win a game.
I sat all the way to the seat, that looked right up back in the herd, but in that.
I thought it'd been a while, yeah.
The insurance policy.
Yeah, I figured it.
I didn't get pictures on it, but can't run on it. I remember we did it, the first couple of years, we did it. football, and, yeah, it stopped shortly.
I was in '89, one section on with, and we rode it freezing cold
Yeah.
all down here, so we were.
We also have
That's
a-
been a minute.
Well, some of me, I know, we did it for a couple of years on the job. Seven or eight.
I get it.
Oh, yeah. Well, I said that back up, you know,
We laid in one all the way to the lake one time.
Right, let's call to order the board work meeting for June 1st. Please stand for the pledge of allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
God, we thank you for this evening gathered together. And thank you for our wonderful kids that are having just the time of their lives playing ball. Ask that you keep
Right there on
your
the table.
hand of mercy upon all these families as you come and as they go. And ask for a special blessing just for our workers tonight. Give them sweet rest. In their name I pray. Amen.
Roll call. Derek Collins.
Present.
Tim Smith. Here. Roger Cuneo.
Present.
Jeremy Van Erman.
Here.
City Attorney Sidney Darnall.
Present.
Treasurer Darcy Van Erman.
Present.
And I am also here. Approval of meeting minutes for May 4th.
Make a motion to approve the minutes from May 4th.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Approval of meeting minutes for May 18th.
Second.
Okay.
The seat taken.
Approval of special session meeting minutes for May 28th. I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? All right. Consideration of approval of DCCM contract, which is the contract that is to cover ourselves for the county project in Scott's Addition and Phillips Addition. And you guys have reviewed the contract?
Yes, we reviewed it and legal is comfortable with it, pending DCCM, which is the company's addition of a non-discrimination clause. I know this board knows very well that Indiana code requires a non-discrimination clause for all service contracts. So we submitted some proposed language and the mayor's office is sending it over. So the board is welcome to vote on the contract tonight, and then it'll just be approved pending DCCM's inclusion of that non-discrimination clause.
Make a motion to approve the DCCA, is it M or IM? Just M, DCCM contract as provided, subject to the non-discrimination clause being added.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, now the SRO MOU revision.
Yeah, I'm happy to talk about it. And Chief, if you want to jump in, you have more of the functional details. But from the legal side of things, we spoke with the school corporation. The school receives a grant from the state for school resource officers as the contract with the school currently, the MOU currently reads. It gave us a solid grant amount. It appeared as if the city and the school corporation were receiving the same grant amount every year. That's just not how it functionally works. And so the MOU as it stood previous or before we made those revisions was a little misleading. So all we did on the legal side of things is work with the school corporation's counsel and change the language so that it reflects that the grant will vary and the maximum that the city and the school corporation will provide for funding. But Chief, if you want to talk more functionally about what this will look like, I know it's up in August of this year, so we'll have to renegotiate it then.
It's just the amendment to get us through this summer, and then we'll have a new MOU that's up for negotiation to start in the fall.
So there's nothing we need to do right now then, or?
There's just the wording that
Just the
was
wording.
changed, just to change the grant amounts. We just need to approve that tonight.
Oh,
We need a motion to approve the amendment.
Yes, that's correct.
I'll make a motion to approve the amendment.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay. Consideration of approval for utility delinquent list, May 2026.
I'll make a motion to accept.
I'll second the delinquent list as provided.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, last is consideration of approval, promotion to first class officer Braden McWitty.
Officer McQuitty hired in with the department in June of last year. He's completed all of his darn fast. He's completed all of his field training. He's recently completed the academy and we're ready to promote him to the first class patrolman. So we asked that we do that tonight. Motion to approve.
Quick question, we don't need a retroactive and then.
No.
Okay.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? All right. Next meeting will be June 15th, 2026 at 5:30. Accept the motion to adjourn.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Thank you.
Yeah.
He's just.
Like it was. They've been talking and stuff. They said they don't have it done. Is it just time? Is it really much time? That's what Roger said. They'll look nice though. Yes, we should. Step out. Yeah.
I presume so. Is that water? Which one was that?
That was quick.
That was
I didn't think that was right.
That's been a minute.
They don't have it right. Pay attention better. If I'm doing something, I'm actually paying better attention than just blankly looking
Don't
at you.
just look at it.
Yeah.
Let's call over the city council meeting for June 1st, 2026. Roll call. Roger Cuneo,
Present.
John Burchell, Wendy Goins,
Present.
Amy McCurry,
Present.
Dave Luck, Donna Keyter,
Present.
Jeremy Van Erman,
Here.
City Attorney Sydney Durnall,
Present.
Clerk Treasurer Darcy Van Erman, and I'm also here. We don't have public comment. Approval of previous meetings minutes. The minutes from May 4th. Back to it. So. He, do you still want to say something?
No.
Okay.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
Well, listen.
I'll make a motion to approve. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Approval of meeting minutes for May 18th.
Move to approve. I'm second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? APV 20710 through 20780. For 6/1/2026. Yeah. What it says.
It's okay.
$135,560.92.
I just had a question on APV 20780. Is that the last payment then on the other truck that will now be the latter?
Oh. That is the first payment of the ladder truck.
Okay, so do we still have the rescue truck?
Nope.
Okay,
She gone.
so we paid it off though. Okay. So it wasn't a,
It was a key for key. So we just left the loan open. They just changed, the bank changed the collateral for it.
okay, I thought we were getting close on the rescue truck though. Paying off the rescue truck, are we getting close on that?
No, we just got that.
Okay.
I-
And then I'm
I-
getting confused with another truck. I was thinking we
Possible.
had a truck that we
I
were
can send
getting
you,
close to the last.
The ambulances.
Was it the
We just made the
ambulance?
last, or the last payment of one of the ambulances is this year.
Okay, then my apologies, because I know that an email had come through and there was a question about some of the equipment and they said that it was going to be the last payment. And so
I
I,
must not have been on that email. Okay.
Yeah, that-
Okay.
That, that was an ambulance.
okay. Thank you, because I know you pulled off the fire the last
I
time.
did last
And then
time.
with it being on here, I just thought maybe because it was the last payment of one and then with the switch, it had to
We,
stop.
we wish.
I wish.
We all would.
Okay, then that answers that. Thank you.
No, thank you.
Any more questions?
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? APV 20723 through 20783. Enterprise 6/1/2026 in the amount of $423,892.54.
I just have a couple questions on that. First off, on the AE, on page 2, the AE Voice Company, when we're doing the software for the utility. If I could just have some clarification what the software is doing, because we're still having multiple complaints about the billing to constituents. So is this,
This is the annual license that you're seeing for APV 20741. And it goes the rest of that page. 1, 2, 3.
okay, I mean, but the question was, is this one that does the billing or?
This is all of it. This is utility billing, and the
We're
payroll.
paying a lot. There's 9 or 10 of these,
They
and we're
do-
still having all these complaints.
They do part of the billing, and the other part of the billing goes through what's the name of that?
Oh, invoice cloud.
Invoice Cloud, and that's who sends the e-bills. That's where we're having problems.
Mhm.
We're having problems when people pay through them, it's not registering sometimes, and we're trying to figure out the source of the problem. It's not us, it's them somehow, but we're investigating that.
Okay, so,
But that specific APV that you're looking at is the annual licensing for multiple modules. We use that like.
yeah, I get
Okay.
that. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, and then the other thing on the Burns and McConnell engineering, the utility financial capability, ASTS on page 1 is 20728. I just wasn't sure what that
That is-
entails.
Okay, so that is a financial advisory firm that was brought on in working with the long-term control plan. I don't really want to speak out of turn about anything going on with the long-term control plan, but that's specifically who they are. They're out of, I want to say St. Louis,
So do we have,
and we've been paying them for a couple of years
do
now.
they locate you?
I'm sorry?
Get on my level.
Sorry.
Our QAW, were they sold? Oh, okay.
No,
For some
no,
reason,
no,
I
no.
was thinking they had a different.
No, our
name.
They do have
QAW,
a different name. That was the company we just,
DCCM now.
yes, yes.
So if we're not doing long-term, we don't have anything right now,
Oh,
like.
we
is
do.
this- Okay, so they're continuing to,
This is
Do what?
probably, we're in the final stages of that, so this is probably paying off stuff that they've already finished. Hopefully there will be no more.
Well, this one was a surprise. I won't lie. So I thought we were done. But here we are today.
I know our negotiations with the state, they were helping with, was my understanding. They were
Yes.
helping with we proposed that newer reduced cost option. And I believe they were
Yes.
helping facilitate the negotiations with. IBM
Them and
or
another,
McDonald.
and another team at Taft, not,
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
not Jewel or Cindy, it's another.
yes.
I'd
okay,
say they're more connected with.
So is anyone, if it's a surprise, because the mayor, have you guys looked at it, or when is it due? Does it need to be approved tonight? Because if it's a surprise bill, it'll go.
They've signed off on his appropriation, and I know it's in I know it was in the claim cycle, like for all the department heads to sign. So I don't know if you didn't see it with, when you signed yours or where you were at. Excuse me.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah,
It's
they're,
not
they're,
good.
they're a consulting firm. I don't think we usually have
Well, only
30,
just for
30,
someone.
60, 90 days for those folks. Not to speak out of turn, hopefully, but I don't think they're not gonna be too upset if we needed to review it.
I mean, does anyone else feel that way? I don't want to speak out of
well,
it.
if we don't have any great knowledge on. Well, I think we just have to be clear when the last one is, or if we have it, or,
I like taking it out and let's look at it and
yeah.
see what's going on, and
Yeah, I know it's not much, but it's still something to say. And just to go back, you were saying about the, what's the name now? The boys, the part that was, we're having trouble was part of the, what was it? What part was having trouble?
Invoice Cloud.
And Boys
In
Cloud.
Boys Club.
And that's not part of Boys.
No,
That's not-
totally different companies.
Are we paying them?
Yes.
I think we should look and say, I mean, this has been months.
We are looking, trust me, and the Boys now offers that same service. And we would really like to go
Yeah.
all with Boys, so they're handling all of it.
So if we could have an update maybe next time about what we're paying this invoice like cloud or whatever it is and how long the contract is for. So
Yes,
we
we can
can
do
kind of
that.
have an idea,
yes, absolutely.
because too many complaints for paying somebody.
It's time to pay online.
I wanted to ask Jeremy, you mean, was McAllister Machine, the 20726, the one that we circled back
Yes.
from a couple times?
Okay, and SNK, both of
Perfect.
them are the
Okay.
circle backs.
Yeah, I did talk to
Okay,
Dave
I got that
briefly. Dave said they got the bills clarified. He needed more information and he did get that. I didn't ask him about the SNK bill though, so I don't know about that.
Darcy, you had communicated with him on the SNK.
Yes,
Okay.
he signed off on both of them. So,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah, I'm good with that. The only other question I had was 20748. I'm assuming this is all Washington Street through 20750. Where it keeps saying phases.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
phase, yes, yes.
And are we almost, do we know where we're at with Washington Street? I mean, I know that's still not, bless you.
They've got a section of curb gutter they need to fix out on State Road 9. They've got to fix some cement in front of the Jane Pauley building because it heaved last winter and the doors wouldn't open all the way. And across the street on the city parking lot, they're that deep, they're going to replace that sidewalk there. And they're going to look into this bridge cracking down here on, east of Clinton.
And so I know that we had talked before about because how the payments work and then reimbursement and all of that. So if someone's still on top of that. And so these phases are the engineering portion, not the portion for the work.
No, this isn't engineering, this is work. Engineering's all paid for.
Okay, I thought when they said clerk seats. Okay, so. Did anyone else have?
Not sure what cycle it might hit, but the trailer park sold and the money, we got money from the trailer park. Just curious if and when what report that might show up on to see money coming back in for the,
You saw
For the
that
water.
last month?
yeah, I didn't catch it. So
I
we were just talking out here to see.
Yeah,
I didn't catch it.
that
So
was last month.
I know that it had to go through several channels with the payment and everything in the state and what have you, so I feel confident. I just wanted to, verify that that's what, since it was all these phases. So as long as, yeah, we're staying on top of that and we make sure, and I want to say thank you to everyone that was involved. I know Mark, you and Kyle and some others, Rachel have put in a lot of time to oversee that. And I know that you two were out there a lot of times when people would drive by, and I know there's a lot of other people that had something to do, but I just know a lot of times it's just the one that you're out and about to see, so I don't want to miss anyone with that. One of these days, hopefully we can.
Behind us. Yes, amen. Amen.
works out.
I'm sure Mark and Kyle and Rachel also feel that way.
So, okay. I don't have any other questions. Thank you all.
I have a note to omit the 20728.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. So when you approve it, it'll, in the minutes, it'll say approval minus that specific AP.
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Amending the one.
Oh, with
Amending,
amending to.
20728, you got it, girl. Thank you, thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Payroll for May 10th, 2026, in the amount of $137,875.99.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Pension for May 2026 in the amount of $19,083.16.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Right. On here is scheduling public hearing for additional appropriations. We're not ready for that right now, so I just need a motion to table.
Some,
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, ordinance number 2026-008-C. First read, repeal of ordinance 1097 and 1452 regarding police officer residency.
I can talk about it, and then Chief, if you have anything to add, please. We were asked to prepare an ordinance repealing the city code section in these two ordinances, because I don't believe that is what the police department has been following. I think that you have hired outside of the city of Alexandria and have not enforced that residency requirement, nor does FOP contract require such. So this ordinance is really just to repeal the city code section so it conforms with kind of the reality of what the PD faces.
We've had this ordinance in effect for decades, and back when police officers were easy to hire, it made sense. It makes absolutely no sense at this point. For the first time in the known history of the department, we've not been able to fill an opening, and that's without even following this ordinance. We had 6 applicants to our last process, several of which had jobs at other departments by the time we got to our testing. Several of them didn't show up to the testing. We had one person out of the entire applicant pool show up, and he was not a suitable candidate. So for the first time, we've been unable to fill a spot. Right now, we have one current opening. We have another officer who is in the final stages of a Hamilton County department. And we've also got 2 retirements. Chief Ellis is in the process of retiring after 20 years. And also Jeremy Rasmussen, who's the assistant chief. So this is an ordinance that made sense decades ago. At this point, we would be willing to consider somebody as far away as Alaska if they're willing to commute each day, because we just can't fill it. That's the basis for this. So we haven't been able to follow it in decades, and we just need to get it off the books.
at one time it was Alexandria, I think we expanded it to Madison County, and then I thought we expanded it to like hour drive in any direction, so. Oh, it's only for you guys, yeah. At this point, I know within reasonable traveling distance, we're gonna have to take
Right.
the best candidate.
We changed whenever the state statute changed.
And it makes me sad, because it did say like within 5 years, we have the community, and I just would, just because it
That
was
makes
nice,
sense,
and I
yeah.
understand why, I just.
It made sense decades ago, but it hasn't been followed as long as I've been here full time. So we just need to.
I think the last time it was never Brian and I were hired in 03-05, because I had to live in the city for 5 years. But then it was I know our side was repealed in 2010.
And I did ask because if our ordinances say one thing and then because of the contract, the FOP comes in and says something else, and I'm not saying this particular one, but if that should happen again, then what if we were like, no, we want them all to have to live here, but it does supersede. So if anyone else is curious as to that,
Which one supersedes which?
the contract,
Supersedes the ordinance.
correct?
Yes.
Okay,
yes, that's
thank
right.
you.
And that brings up, this might be jumping ahead, but, so officers can take car home for a certain amount. Is that part of this too, if they live far away? Because
That's conversations that we have with officers, because we've had them as far out recently as Newcastle, And I've told them just from the administrative level that you wouldn't be driving that far.
So do we need to probably put something in place on that in the future? Can we
It's,
talk about that?
I
'Cause that's
think
a lot of gas and wear and tear.
it is. I think it's something we can handle administratively.
So you could put it in your contract. We wouldn't necessarily have to have it in the ordinance.
Do it by a directive from the chief.
Okay.
Mhm.
Do you just need a motion to
Yes.
remove?
Well, this is the first reading.
Okay.
You could suspend the rules and pass it on first reading. So that's really up to you guys. Otherwise,
Just do it all.
Yes.
Okay.
Simple.
so we're going to do two votes then. One, to suspend the rules, it has to be unanimous, and then the second vote has to be at least a 2/3 majority to pass it on the first reading. So,
I'll make a motion to suspend the rules.
Second,
All in favor?
Uh,
We have to roll call.
no, that's okay. Nobody's virtual. So now you'll just make a motion to, oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Now you just make a motion to approve it, and then we'll go from there.
Or read by title along. Approved or is there?
That's fine.
And I'll make that motion now, to read by title only and for an approval.
Second.
We'll need an
All in favor?
ordinance number.
yeah,
All opposed?
I got you.
Do you want me to read it? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were, I could go right ahead. I couldn't remember how that's supposed to.
Here, I don't, I thought we threw the rules out last time. Amy, come
I
on.
tell you, I
Between you and
I
me,
thought Todd was gonna read
You,
it.
there are no rules.
I was going to.
Oh, no, no,
Welcome to.
no. Ordinance number 2026-008C, an ordinance repealing ordinances 1097 and 1452 regarding police officer residence. Motion to approve.
We have to vote in again.
If you want.
You got it.
I think we're
We're done. Then for the second vote, do we have to do anything else? I mean, we do need to vote a second. time,
Yes.
But do we have to do anything?
No, other than just, a motion to approve the ordinance.
Okay, and Wendy just made that.
You make a
Motion
motion.
to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
All right.
Okay. Sydney wants to give us an update.
Yes, I have a couple updates on behalf of legal. So first, regarding Mr. Byerly's annexation, the city received the fiscal analysis from Baker Tilly just late last week. And so now under the statute, the next steps will be to hold a public hearing. That requires one notice, but 20 days in advance of the public hearing. So given the timeline, and I understand the publishing schedule too, that would put us at the first July meeting. Legal is working on a notice so that the city can publish it in the paper with plenty of time. That will put us public hearing at the first meeting in July. I believe that's July 6th. And then the annexation ordinance can be read by council at the second meeting in July. It cannot be passed earlier than 14 days after the public hearing. So we have to wait 2 weeks after that public hearing before you can consider the annexation ordinance, which we will also prepare. And then the ordinance will be effective once it is filed and recorded with the county. So we're really looking at this speeding up in July, but we'll make sure that the notice gets sent out so that we can hold it first thing in July.
Awesome.
Any questions? I also was asked to give 2 other updates, which are rather quick. I was asked to talk about the EJP contract, which I believe EJP came out and spoke with you all a couple meetings ago. I talked to the mayor's office this morning, and legal had cleared it a couple weeks ago, and that's been approved by the Board of Works voted to approve it. And mayor signed off on it. So that is also. And then I also was asked to give an update on the insurance committee's hail damage, roof repair, and the bidding procedure. They will need to bid out the work that needs to be done in those bidding procedures were sent over to them. So I think they're just going to follow the next steps and reach out to legal with any questions. That's all I've got, unless you guys have any other topics.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, board comments?
Looking right now, we do have any more information on community garden, so we can get that wrapped up.
I'm waiting on you. Direction on where you want it paid from. That's your email.
So you're waiting on me.
Also, we need to get that recorded, so our office is working on getting it recorded. But payment is a whole separate question that I can't answer, but, the deed needs to be recorded as soon as possible, so we're working.
I'll have
on
to have
it.
a conversation with Wes and then we'll figure out where to pay it from.
Okay, and then who gets the deed to legal so that it can be?
We have it.
Oh, you have it, so you, okay. Gotcha. And then the only other question I think I have is, we passed the ordinance the last meeting for the e-bike. Once it's passed, does it go into effect immediately?
Yes, well, I'm sorry, not passed. I apologize. Once it's published, it will go into effect immediately. And I received word today from Darcy that it will be published, I believe, on June 11th. Please correct me if
No,
I'm.
no, yes, ma'am, you got it.
Okay, June 11th. So it will go into effect on June 11th
And can you, what is published?
in the newspaper. Whenever an ordinance contains a penalty, it has to be published so that the public can, review and understand what they could potentially be penalized for. And so that's why it's so critical that it be published before anybody enforces it.
Okay, because I thought I saw it in the Times Tribune and that's why I was
Oh.
curious. It may, I think it was after, but.
That was that was an article.
Okay,
That was.
so, oh, the actual public notice, gotcha.
Yeah.
And then I know I asked before and was curious, on the city's Facebook page, if that is something that you believe could or should be posted on the Facebook page, because I feel like most people get their information from the City of Alexandria Facebook page, and then that way, when the police do have conversations, because I did see a police officer have someone and just having a conversation with them, which I so appreciated that, because we just want these kids safe, as we talked about before. But again, you're having to have conversations because they don't know that that's an effect, and it made me think, hey, when do we know and how do we go about that? But I think that would be a good way to push it out too. I mean, your thoughts on that, to get the information out, yes or no?
I think Facebook is good. Also, something to consider is signage. So we need to put some signs up at the park for the walking path there. And also, we've got some signs downtown that address the bicycles and skateboards, which are probably from the 90s.
Yes.
We're going to need to update the signs and make sure we have those displayed.
Okay, and the bicycle and skateboards on the sidewalk, that is an enforceable ordinance that we have now.
It
Okay,
is,
so-
but we had an accident just earlier today with a bicycle on the sidewalk, and as we walked that block, there was a sign that was there at Washington and Harrison facing north, but he was coming from the south.
And I think with some of the poles and things were changed throughout the years with the four ways and what have you, there's been some different movement of where you can put them, so. And then that poor Mark is gonna get dragged back into that, but that's something then that comes from, I just want to make sure that everybody knows there. So that comes from direction here. As far as the signs, then you'll be in contact with Mark or you guys or.
Mark's already been in contact with
Perfect.
Ryan, I believe.
Good deal. Thank you for being on top of it.
You all appropriated money for it. You just didn't realize that there's money every year for signage updating and things like that and for the street department. So.
Yeah, okay.
you got
I
that
did
in
see
place.
that on my budget. I think that makes sense. I just wanted to, just trying to figure out processes so that we don't skip and miss things. And
We
all
prefer,
want them safe.
prevention over enforcement. So
So,
if we can
I know.
prevent the accidents and prevent the behavior from occurring, that's the route we want to go.
That's all, what I always say is if you educate, you don't have to enforce as much. So I just want to get the education part out there. So thank you.
Some of the signs I do know require the ordinance to be done first, because then if it's say like a stop sign, it's not enforceable.
Sure.
So I think
makes
all,
sense.
we may have, I don't know if we have to wait or not to put up the new signs until the e-bike. If you're gonna print e-bike on there, we might have to wait till the ordinance is published if you put e-bike on
I
there.
would probably agree that that's the safest bet, just because it is technically effective until June.
We have to go to the I think probably won't be here before
That's
they-
what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Any more comments?
I do. I just want to say thank you, a huge kudos to Mark Sayre and his department for helping some people throughout an issue that they had trouble getting addressed, and they are very pleased with it, and they wanted to make sure that thanks was shared, so. And I know Mark and his department do a lot of things that we don't see for the city, so I just want to say thank you.
Girls tennis team, sectional champs, softball team, sectional champs,
Boys
baseball team tonight,
Yes, sectional champ.
sectional champs.
Come
They already beat
on.
the Wops.
I know, it's just technicality tonight.
It's time to be a tiger.
Absolutely.
All right. You got something? Nope. Okay. Next meeting will be June 1st, 2026 at 5:45.
It will be 15.
15th. Okay.
And get all your sectional apparel. Curiosity shop. Notice I said that.
Move to adjourn.
Thanks, Roger.
Second.
All in
Thanks,
favor?
John.
Aye.
Thanks, you guys. Go
Sorry,
Tigers.
sorry, Amy.
Yeah.
I thought we already adjourned. Don't put that in me.
Well, it's too bad. I haven't ended it yet.
Really good.